crazy week in the markets. This is some of the trades from yesterday. Got beat up early in the day. My trading systems were long early and short, then reversed to short and got stopped out. And so I took some discretionary trades to get long into the close, and that worked out for me. This is what happened yesterday in my trading. You see plus 98.95 on the NQ, minus 6,700 on the ES, and so just a lot of whipsawing all week with the China trade war, the tweets, and it just felt like FOMC minutes were being released all day long, all night long, all week long. So really extreme week, and so I'm going to show you how to take advantage of a situation like this, analytically speaking, and one of the reasons why I did this, and it goes back to Cobra 3. One of my favorite strategies is Cobra 3, and I'm going to show you that here. But before I do, I want to talk about how this type of market right here is one of the toughest markets for most algos to trade, in my opinion. What I call it is the gap continuation. So you have a gap down, you continue down, a very steep down. And so if at the open you're trying to buy gap downs, you sense the trend is up and you buy the gap down and it keeps going down, then you're stopped out. But then if you have a strong downtrend, you have strategies that'll start shorting the rallies. And so then if it reverses, your shorts get stopped out. So it's very, very difficult to just short right at the open on a gap down. That doesn't usually work, or hasn't in the past. And then calling a bottom and getting long is difficult as well. So what usually works is to try to buy the dip at the open and uptrend. If that doesn't work, you start to short the rallies. But this is just a complete reversal. It almost looks like a check mark. And these check mark patterns have come around in the last 3 or 4 years, and they've become more and more and more prevalent. They're hard to trade, and they beat up most systems from what I can tell. And so one of the things that you can do in this situation, especially on a high volatility day, is add an exit reversal signal. So I call it the exit reversal signal, and I'm going to show you how it works in Cobra 3, E-mini, S&P, for example. So first of all, here is the code. Real simple. If the market position equals -1, so we're only going to take the reversal on shorts, and the entries today of date is equal to 1. So you're in your one trade of the day. Cobra 3 only takes one trade of the day. And so you don't want to make sure you don't do this on it doesn't just keep reversing. And so you could, if you don't have this statement, it could continue to reverse if you have a long and short version. So we're just focused right now on reversing shorts. So if the market position equals -1 and the entries today of date equals 1, then buy next bar at the entry price plus 30 on a stop. Why 30? Our stop loss is 600. So that is the point where we would be stopped out. So instead of getting stopped out, we're reversing on the stop loss. And so I've noticed that this can work well on Cobra 3. Cobra 3 is one of my favorite strategies, but if it's wrong, a reversal trade can work. And one of the things I've recently noticed and when I've looked at trading and how I was able to take some trades today on this exit reversal. So you see the last 2 days this has worked really well. Here you see this big gap down continue in reverse on Thursday as well. And so you see a big gap down, but then it goes straight up earlier this week on Monday. And so a lot of volatility. This just constant bounce back by the bulls, and what should have been a stronger downtrend, in my opinion, newsworthy event. The way that the market seemed to have perceived it would have been a stronger downtrend without so many bounce backs every single day. And so these reversals are something to take a look at right now, because the bulls just, for some reason, they're not going to give in to any sort of selling pressure. They're not taking a break. They're going to look to buy a dip almost every single day. And let's take a look at the performance summary when you do that. This is with one contract going back to February of 2018, and just trading one contract of Cobra 3 with this exit reversal. You see 1208 net profit as a percentage of drawdown, 248 average trade profit, 46% profitable, 1.9 profit factor. Here is the equity curve, really nice equity curve and really strong right in here. So you notice that we're in a strong uptrend, and so from March forward, this particular setup has done really well. Let's compare this to the base setup. I'm going to turn off the exit reversal so you can see the difference in what this does. It's not much difference because Cobra 3 is a really good strategy anyway, but I want to show you a little bit of the difference. So on a net profit as a percentage of drawdown, it's a little bit lower. You had 1209 before. That's based on the net profit divided by the drawdown. But with only about $1,000 higher drawdown, you get another 12K of profit. Your average trade profit is boosted by $32. Your profit factor goes up. Let's look at the equity curve. You know, the equity curve is still good. So either way, Cobra 3 or Cobra 3 with the exit reversal is a good strategy to have. 2 losses today, or this week, the most recent 2 losses. And so if you look at the trade analysis, maximum consecutive losing trades is 4 since February 2018. And if you do a trade analysis and look at the consecutive losers, you see that 4. That's just going back to February 2018, and so it gets pretty thin after 2 losses. It doesn't usually have 3 or 4 losers in, say, the past year and 3 months. And so really like this strategy. If you don't have Cobra 3 now, you want to take a look at it and then potentially adding this exit reversal. I'm going to add it back and we're going to go over some more trades. So turn on exit reversal again. We're going to go over the trades that have taken place with this strategy, the exit reversal. So you see yesterday and today, that would have been a very nice setup. And overall, it would have been a really nice week. Lots of good trading opportunities. A nice trade there on the long side. A nice trade there on the short side on Wednesday. No, actually, this was last week. This was last Friday. And then Tuesday, nice short. And then Thursday and Friday, the shorts just didn't work out. The bulls were picking off every new dip here. So you see this dip here bounce, this dip here bounce. This price trades lower than that price, so it bounces. And then this price trades lower than that price, so it bounces. This price penetrates that price, so it bounces. You know, the penetrations get pretty deep here, though. This is a much deeper penetration than that one, or this one right here, but it then bounces some, and then you have a deeper penetration, but a pretty big bounce, and then another deep penetration, and then another bounce. And so a lot of counter trend opportunities, and Cobra 3 reversal can catch those counter trend reversal opportunities. Let's take another look at and find some more trades where the short trade reverses. So far, no additional short trade reversals. Here's one right here. You see a short trade reversal here on March the 27th. And you see a short trade reversal here on March the 20th. Small profit. Now you can lose on both trades too. You get the short trade reversal here. And here is a day where it lost. So eventually you're going to take this trade, you're going to short it, and then you're going to reverse, and then it's going to roll over again. And so that can happen too. And then you can have, you know, it's nice on days like today if you get that reversal, but then on days like this you have an additional loss to consider. So this day you had a little bit of a reversal that was included, and let's see, no reversals here. There's a decent reversal on these 2 days. These 2 days kind of look similar to the Thursday and Friday we just have. Gap down, continue in reverse. Gap down, kind of sideways in reverse. And so these gap down and continuation reversals are more and more difficult and are more and more frequent. And so we need to find a way to trade those. And this is one way to take advantage of those gap continuation reversals. And so here's a nice reversal trade. Gap down, it continues pretty strong until about 10, and then a reversal on January the 10th. So here's one where you lose on both trades. January the 3rd. And then here's one where you lose on both trades. Here's one where you lose on both trades. Now, at the end of last year, a long reversal might have worked on some of these. So if you have a long trade, you could potentially reverse to a short in a downtrend. In an uptrend, that would be a good thing to test, is to test the approach in an uptrend versus a downtrend. Take the reversals, long reversals in an uptrend and short reversals in a downtrend. But here is an example of a massive counter trend rally reversal that you captured on Cobra 3 would have captured on December the 6th, 2018. And so this is the code setup. Once again, you could employ this in your strategy. This is the number of points. This is the size of your stop loss. And so I wouldn't do this in a strategy that traded frequently, that had tight profit targets, but on a strategy like Cobra 3 that tries to capture a trend for the day, big reversal can be wrong, and so reversing your trade can potentially improve your strategy as it does in Cobra 3.